So in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the story of the Wunderwaffe DG-2. As you may know, a while back I did a whole series of the story of weapons from Call of Duty Zombies. If you are interested and want to check out that playlist, I will link it down below. I covered weapons like the ray gun, the monkey bomb, the Pack-a-Punch, the Thunder Gun, and the 3179 JGB215. And along with that, I also have a playlist on the story of different characters from Call of Duty Zombies. So as I said, if you are interested, there are over 30 videos to check out there, and there are still plenty more characters that I haven't covered. So again, if you want to check them out, you are more than welcome. But in today's video, due to high demand, we are taking a look at the story of the Wunderwaffe. As always, if you do go on to enjoy it, a like rating would be appreciated. Of course, only if you want to. It doesn't matter if you don't, it's up to you guys. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest zombies videos on the channel, but of course, let's get into it. Here we go. On the 10th of May 1931, Dr. Ludwig Maxis formed Group 935, an experimental organisation dedicated to the study of element 115. And one of his closest friends that Maxis invited to join his group was Richtofen. Richtofen agreed to join, but little did Maxis know he was secretly acting on behalf of the Illuminati. Maxis told his scientists that they represent the future of technological advancement and will be pioneers of human discovery. The group swore to work in secrecy from their respective governments. As Maxis said, they cannot afford to let this power, the weapons and gadgets that they were going to be creating, fall into the wrong hands. As time went by, and also as Group 935 discovered more deposits of element 115, they could begin to create bigger and better things. As we know, Maxis and Richtofen began to work on teleportation experiments with the matter transference device, but on September the 3rd, 1939, one weapon that Richtofen began to develop on his own was the Wunderwaffe DG-2. However, due to the lack of funding and element 115 at DeReese, Group 935's experiments come to a halt, and so Maxis turns to the Reichstag. He asks Germany for additional funding, and in return, Group 935 are to create weapons, teleportation technology, and zombies to allow the Nazis to win the war. And so with Germany now funding Group 935, Maxis tells Richtofen the good news, and promises him that his weapon, the Wunderwaffe, along with other projects, will be mass produced. But this worries Richtofen, as he believes this will lead to massive defections. However, with Maxis promising him this, he continues with his work. And on January the 30th, 1942, 3 years after initially beginning this project, Richtofen finally completes the Wunderwaffe. And now that it was finished, as Maxis promised him, he believed that his wonder weapon, his own creation, his breakthrough, would be mass produced and would help Germany win the war. And so with his weapon now finished, Richtofen went on to other projects. He helped Group 935 create new elixirs for perks. As we know, he travelled to Griffin Station. He helped Group 935 develop the weapons upgrade machine. He created the monkey bomb, captured Takeo, Nikolai, Dempsey and Pablo, where he experimented on them at Call of the Dead, where he eventually returned back to DeReese a few months later, only to find out that Maxis had not been mass producing the Wunderwaffe DG-2 as he swore he would. Infuriated by this, thinking that Maxis had been distracted, Richtofen vowed that he would no longer continue to work for Group 935 and came up with a plan to destroy Maxis and Samantha. And that is essentially the story of the Wunderwaffe, a prototype weapon of Richtofen's that took 3+ years to finish. Maxis promised him that his weapon would be mass produced to help Germany win the war. Maxis never fulfilled his promise, and this ultimately led to Richtofen becoming so infuriated, and that would eventually lead to him attempting to kill Maxis and Samantha at DeReese. And that is its story. The Wunderwaffe was also stolen by the Americans. It was taken to Classified, or 5, the Pentagon, where they attempted to create their own version of it. The Pack-a-Punched version is called the DG-3JZ, which we believe is a reference to Treyarch's former creative leader, Jimmy Zelensky. It's powered by element 115, which generates electricity that is contained in 3 Tesla tubes. And I believe I may be wrong on this, but it can kill 10 zombies at a time. At least that's the Pack-a-Punched version. And so guys, that is the story of the Wunderwaffe DG-2. As always, hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have, you know what to do. Drop a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest videos on the channel. If there's any more story of videos or anything else that you want to see, leave your comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, goodbye.